Hello, and welcome to this segment of the Homestead cook stove. Tonight we're going to be cleaning the interior of the stove, cleaning all the ashes out of it and stuff. It's pretty dirty. It's been a while since we've cleaned it. This stove, for the most part, stays burning almost 24/7, so it is hard to clean the interior. Got a pretty nice day today, so we decided to let it cool down and clean the ashes out of it and get ready to go again. So we'll get going on it. First thing we need to do, not grab that, we're going to pop the lids off it. Some people call these the eyes or lids, tops. What this does, this opens up to the top of the oven. The fire is in this area here. The fire sweeps over the top of the oven and down the other side and carries the ashes. It gets pretty dirty in here. And on our model, this lid pops up like so, which makes it nice for loading the logs. Pop that out of there, I guess. That little piece here, I guess. How well you can see from there. It's getting kind of dark on us, so it is dark in the house here. We've got about an inch of ashes across our oven. That's quite a bit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to close this down. Put those lids back on. Help keep the dust down just a little bit. Let's scrape these ashes into the firebox. Just about got the top of the oven scraped off. Like I said, we scrape the ashes into the firebox side. When we're done here, I'll show you how we empty that out. It's where the ashes, from the fire go. We'll empty the grates and the ash pan out, and that side will be done. We also have to clean this side of the oven and underneath the oven, and we'll show you how to do that. Alright, we got the top of the stove, all the ashes scraped off. Shake the ashes out of the firebox. Ashes. Still a couple of hot coals in there. A pair of gloves. Take the ash pan out, and we're cleaning the ashes from around the stove. Set it underneath our clean out, which just pops right off there, which is pretty handy. Just reach in here and start scraping out the ashes. It's a pretty dusty mess. Alright, we've pretty much finished up. the ashes all cleaned out. Something cleaning out the ashes over the oven, around the oven, under the oven, something like that. That type of thing should be done, monthly, every 6 weeks if you can. I know in the cooler months and in the winter months it's hard. It's hard for us. With this stove, it runs pretty much 24/7. My wife cooks on it, uses it for heating the water, drying our clothes, cooking our meals. You name it, that's pretty much what she uses it for. We should try to keep the ashes cleaned out, monthly or every 6 weeks. The ashes from the ash firebox down into the ash pan, those need to be emptied a couple of times a week. Once a week's pushing it, so a couple of times a week would probably be fine. But to keep the wood stove, burning well, keep the oven, at the good temperature, proper temperature. Just need to keep the ashes cleaned out of it. I hope this has helped. And it is, like I did mention earlier, it is a dusty mess. I don't know how well you can see that into the lamp light, but you wouldn't want to do this before you have company. Have a nice day. And when dumping your ash pan, your garden is an excellent place to dump your ashes. And one thing I should mention, I need to mention, I wasn't thinking about it before, when you are cleaning out your stove, ashes or whatever, make sure you're using a metal container. And when you do dispose of them, make sure you put them into a metal container. Even after ashes set for a couple of days, you can still have hot coals in there. So you wouldn't want to put them, like dump them in a garbage bag or into a paper bag or into your, Herbie Kirby or dumpster or whatever, because you could have a fire. So just make sure the ashes are good and cold. No hot embers in there. It's just a word of warning there, a word of caution. Just be careful, and like I said, your garden is a good spot for them.